All right, Hunter, I'm back with another joke.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
in this joke,
Yeah.
Donald Trump has
Okay.
passed away
All right.
and finds himself at the gates of hell.
R.I.P. Donnie.
And the devil greets him at the gates of hell and was like, "Listen, we were expecting you. Like, don't get it wrong. You definitely belong. The only problem is we double booked your room. We don't have a place
Ah!
for you. Like, but you're staying in here. We just got to make some space. We have to let somebody else go. And I'll even let you pick who we let go, and then you will just take their room." So he shows him to the first room. He opens the door, and it's Richard Nixon, and he's just diving off of like a high dive into a pool, and then getting out, and goes just climb back up the high dive and swim out, and just over and over again for eternity. Trump looks around the room and is like, you know what? I'm honestly not that good of a swimmer, so I'm gonna see what else you have to offer. So they move on. Room two. He opens it up, and it's Adolf Hitler in a room filled with rocks, with a sledgehammer, just breaking rocks with a hammer over and over until the end of time. Trump's like, as much as I hate Hitler, it like I got this thing for golfing with my shoulder, and that swinging that hammer just don't. I don't think I can do it. So let's see this last room. So they open up the door, and it's an exact replica of the Oval Office. And Bill Clinton is tied to the top of the desk in the Oval Office, butt naked, spread eagle, strapped down to the desk. And Monica Lewinsky's in the room doing what Monica Lewinsky does best. Trump looks at what's going on, looks over at the devil, and is like, I mean, yeah, I think I've made my decision. I think we all know this is the room where I'm spending my eternity. And devil goes, "You sure about that?" And he goes, "Yeah, this is for me." Devil goes, "All right, Monica, you're free to go."
I had a feeling that's where it was gonna go. I was like, there's gonna be some kind of twist here. I feel it.
I can't remember where I saw that because I had that in my notes from 2 weeks ago. But the bad part was like when I write in my notes for the episodes, like I just wrote Donald Trump hell joke.
I
I got
knew
to go
it.
back and Google. I done
I,
forgot the
I could
joke.
tell you were kind of like reading something. I was like, looks like he doesn't remember this, but hey, whatever you gotta do.
Trying to jog my memory. But anyways,
It was a good
uh,
joke, but points taken away from having to read it.
uh, episode 137, below 500. If you haven't put it together by now, the streak has come to an end.
It has come to an end.
We're back to a
Do we
two
call
man
the
pod.
do we call this natural disaster
Pretty,
or
I was
like
pretty much, I was about to say, this may be like, we may be a 2 man pod from here on out.
yeah, it depends on how much black mold Jimmy's inhaled.
Wiz has 2 apartments and 0 rooms to record in.
Rich and broke at the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't. I'm still got an eye on you, Mister Pool Man.
Well, I don't have a pool.
You could have took it with you.
No. An above
Why?
ground aluminum pool. How am
Yeah,
I going to
bucket.
take that with me?
Drain it and take it.
That would have cost like thousands of dollars.
You couldn't do it yourself.
Brother, it's metal. The
Uh,
pool is made of metal.
dig it up.
Do you hear yourself?
Loud and clear.
I'm not doing an excavation project to take an above ground pool with me to a rental property.
It can't be that bad. I feel like, especially aluminum, which is light.
Bro, I promise you, I will never live in a house with a pool ever again. That
Why?
shit was not what it was cracked up to be. Unless I'm like really killing it one day to the point where I can hire somebody to maintain the pool for me.
I feel that.
That's the only exception.
Why don't you drain it? But you didn't drain it in the wintertime or whenever it's out of season?
No, I I treated it and covered it, but like the first year,
Found a dead
um,
squirrel that was swollen to the size of a
the
raccoon.
it made it all the way through until like March, and like I'd only like 1 month before I uncovered it, we had like a severe storm that blew the cover off, and
I'd have been pissed.
yeah, I was pissed, and I had to drain it after that. Then I didn't ever drain it again until this last time around, the summer that Gwen was like just Gwen's first summer. I didn't even open the pool because we weren't gonna deal with a 6 month old in the pool.
No shit.
So I just let it go, turned into a pond.
Mm.
Um,
Should put fish in it.
but then whenever we uh went to sell it, obviously had to get it ready to sell. So I had to drain it, power wash the liner, which came in handy because like a year and a half before, I bought a power washer for like $40 at a garage sale, still in the box. And so yeah, that
Oh,
came in big time handy. Like I bought it like a year and a half ago, never took it out of the box, and then used it to power wash the pool to get it ready to sell. But yeah, that was fine. But yeah, just the maintenance of it sucked ass.
right.
Um, where was I going with that?
Something about the pool.
Oh,
Cleaning
anyways,
the
I was gonna
pool.
talk more shit about Wiz because Wiz got two apartments. Wiz has already signed the lease, got the keys. Like his new apartment already like belongs to him. And now
Hmm.
he's texting us today about he's got mold, mildew, funguses growing all over his old apartment. It's a hazard to live in, but he can't move out for like another 2 months.
Technically, he could move out whenever he
Oh, that's
wanted
what I'm
to, but
saying. Like, just leave. Like, he's literally
yeah,
texting us today about how his current apartment is hazardous to his health, which, as we know with Wiz, his health is hanging in the balance as it is. Um, yeah, like I, I
mentally and
just,
physically.
I just don't know what to do with this mold situation in our old apartment. Leave. What do you mean? What you don't know what to do, brother? You have a brand new apartment,
Not to mention, I think that's a good enough excuse not to have to break a lease or to break the lease, not have to pay any kind
right?
of like fine. Like, brother, there's black mold growing in there. Look at my patio.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, well, we don't have anything, brother. Get an air mattress. Like,
Right?
no one's saying that you have to like
Live
strap your
lavish.
refrigerator to the top of your Mazda. Like, just don't stay in that apartment. What are you talking about?
Bro, hey, you know you can buy one of those mattress in a boxes and they have like a 90-day, 100-day
Oh,
like
and I said,
free
get,
returns.
I said, book movers. Get some movers to come get your shit out like in a day. You live in a 2 bedroom apartment.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
just trying to pack small shit or
and
just
yeah, and
pack
he
all the
was like,
smaller shit.
well, I'll probably get movers after 4th of July to get the big stuff that we don't want to move. But we're looking at renting a U-Haul for the weekend. Like, you're gonna rent a U-Haul and mover.
That's
Just
see recently, which is wild because I work in the home industries or home services industry. I didn't realize how much movers cost. I always thought they were like a grand or two, like in the
mm-mm.
thousands. So I was always like in my head, whenever we move out of this bitch, it's gonna suck because we're gonna save up money for house, movers, all this shit. Like we're like I'm not doing this shit myself out of a 3-story apartment.
No, I
Fuck
think the
that.
most
Especially
we've ever
because
paid movers was like $400.
yeah, and so whenever I found that out, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, we're hiring movers easily. We'll hire movers to move that shit in because there's a
Yeah,
minimum. There's the most people charge like a 3-hour minimum.
yeah. So
So I
the first time,
guarantee you the like the shit that Wiz is trying to save time on can be done in less than an hour.
well, yeah, that's like he said he wanted to rent a U-Haul to like move his dining room table. Like, brother, that's what the movers are for.
No shit. If
That's
I'm hiring movers, I'm not touching one thing.
I'm telling you right now, which first of all, Wiz lives in the city of Houston, Texas. There's a moving company out there that can be at his house tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I could find one.
If not,
I could tell
if
you a
not
place to look.
for sure Friday. Like Wiz could be fully moved in, turning in the keys to that moldy ass apartment by next Monday. Like he could be sleeping in that apartment by Saturday or Sunday. But
You're overshooting it. We can
I
have
know,
this shit
like
done by tomorrow.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like
I'm saying he can contact somebody right now, get them to
that's
come out
I know.
there tomorrow, and
And
then the
for
same time tomorrow be sitting on his couch in his new living room.
probably $250 plus tip. I think when we moved out of an apartment, so like the first time we used movers, like me and Jade have moved a lot. I've talked about that.
Right.
And we used to do it all ourselves because we were poor. Well, once I started making better money at my job and we moved into this nice apartment that was on the third floor, we moved it all ourselves with my dad. And we moved it all up 3 flights of stairs. And I said, like, I told Jade, I don't care how much it costs. I'm not moving out of this. Like, someone else is
Hmm.
moving this shit out of these
Right.
stairs. Um, moved out of a 3-story apartment or third-story apartment, like halfway across Oklahoma City. After tip, I tipped both of them $20. I think I paid 280.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Oh,
See,
100%.
like I
Oh,
wouldn't
and it
mind
was
moving because
peak COVID.
oh, buddy. See, I wouldn't mind moving, but the thing with me is like you see the shit on the wall behind me.
Hmm.
I don't feel like having to take this shit down, clean it all up. Like, of course, I know I'm gonna have to do it whenever I move, but I don't feel like doing it again into a different apartment or rent house just to have to take that shit back down again.
Hmm.
Like, I have it up now the way I want it, and I can move shit here and there and just patch one or two little anchors because I got like the the lazy anchors that you could just like drill into the wall. I could just patch that shit up, call it a day. It's super
Hmm.
easy. But I'm not trying to do it for every single one of these holes constantly over and going through it would take me probably a full day to get this shit because to get this exactly how I want it hung up again at a new place because I want my shit like exactly even with the shadow boxes and everything.
Bro, you think moving out of an apartment is bad? Move out of a house that you are selling. Like I used to think like, oh, I hate moving because we moved a lot. Selling that house was I would move out of an apartment every month. Like
Oh, I bet.
bro, selling a house is so much more work than I thought.
I bet because you got to make that shit look good. No wonder there's landlord specials and shit.
Dude, it was crazy.
Like, I don't know. Long story short, we're staying here till we can find a fucking house. And with the way this presidential race is looking, it might be sooner rather than later.
And Wiz finally comes back to the pod in September because that was when he said like everything was like done like September 1st. They're like officially out of the old apartment into the new apartment. There's like 2 months of overlap, I think. So, yeah, Wiz finally comes back on September from living in his moldy, mildewy apartment. He's gonna have one of those like tobacco smoker throat things. Welcome to episode 164 of Below 500.
They be really overshooting. The motherfuckers in 30 weeks. It'd be what's today? Episode 139?
37.
138? God damn, I'm sober and I'm overshooting this shit. I just clocked out at work.
We skipped a
Um,
week. It should be episode 138.
that's why maybe that's why I'm fucking sitting here tripping. But he gonna come back
Hold
and
on.
Wiz,
I may
welcome
have
to what?
I said I may have messed up. You may be
Welcome
right.
to episode 156 of Blue 500.
Yeah, this is episode 138.
Fuck you.
Sorry. We skipped a week.
God.
I forgot.
I mean, I thought I did too, but apparently not. I was still on pace.
My gaslighting is just better than yours.
What the fuck are we talking about this way? What's on the docket?
Well, finally, we're
We
talking
actually have
about
a little bit of
sports.
sports.
We
Yeah.
haven't talked about sports in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know, because playoffs were snooze. Well, the first round of NBA playoffs were great. The second round were eh.
Once the
Finals
Thunder
were
got beat
eh.
out, I was done. I couldn't emotionally take it anymore.
Free agency's been popping off like a motherfucker. But before that, the draft. So the season ended. I love the format of draft and then free agency. I really wish
Hmm.
that's something that
Hmm.
NFL could pick up on.
Well, and it just makes more sense.
It does, because if you miss out on the guys that you want in the draft, you can replace that need with
Yeah.
free agency.
I don't know. I do kind of get it from like an NFL perspective of like the big like marquee guys kind of tend to kind of go earlier in free agency, and then you have the draft and you get your guys in the draft, and but like and it kind of sucks for those free agents after the draft because after the first kind of wave of NFL free agency and then the draft, that free agency period after the draft is you're basically leftovers.
Right.
And like it serves a purpose because like those teams still have holes and gaps and spots they need to fill after the draft. And after the draft, you kind of have a clearer picture of what you need. Like pre-draft, you go out and get the big names, like the hundreds of millions of dollar contracts. Then you get your
Right.
rookies. Then you fill out the rest of your roster.
Right.
Whereas I guess it makes sense with NBA because it's a smaller roster. So and any guys like with a smaller roster, you're only drafting two guys. So you can draft your two guys, bury both those guys in the G League if you need to, and then go free agency, get whoever you want.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I mean, I see both ways. Like, I feel like that also eliminate the scenario of like what happened this year, for example, with Atlanta. Like, I guarantee you, Kirk probably wouldn't sign in Atlanta if he would have solved and draft Penix.
True, true.
Yes, I know it's Penix.
But yeah, but I get what you're saying. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I but speaking of NBA, we talk all the time about like in football, such and such, like reset the wide receiver market, or Kirk changed the whole quarterback market by taking smaller contracts with bigger guarantees. And like Kirk Cousins was kind of the guy that led to the Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed contract. But
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like people don't talk enough about like the NBA player market has just gone bananas in the last 5 to 7 years.
It really has. I'm very happy. A little bit off topic, but it's still NBA. It's not really that much off topic because of regards trades, but like the super team era is done. Like you don't see people
Yeah.
trying to build super teams anymore, and a lot of that happened through trades, obviously. And I'm so happy. I think the only team still struggling to do that is the Sixers and the Lakers. But there's obvious reasons why it's not working. Look at it.
Well,
And the Suns. The Suns too are trying to do that shit, but
low
it's
key
not working.
Mavs.
True, Mavs now with Clay's not that big of a. He's just a shooter. He's a spot up shooter. That's
Right.
it.
But I mean, I
He's
guess I
he's a
would
light
say
skinned JJ.
before this before this most recent season, like we would have called that a big three borderline super team. I mean, because there was a point in time where like he was arguably the best shooter in the league besides Steph.
Right.
Because I mean, like
Um.
I mean, like in like the prime pre KD Warriors, like the Splash Brothers. I mean, we like people were legitimately saying that like the Warriors had two top five 3-point shooters of all time on the same team.
Mhm.
And then yeah, but Clay definitely has fell off some.
That's why I mentioned like light skinned JJ. Like he's now in like the his comparable stats to Reddick, I'd say. I'm just bullshitting though. Don't take my word for it. There's a reason why this is called below 500.
Uh What I say? I was gonna say something. Oh, but I say what I say about the market. Talk about people were not laughing, but kind of there was some head scratching at the Thunder giving Isaiah Hartenstein like $28 million per year for 4 years.
Right.
But like I said, first of all, that's the market now with like the CBA and the max contract eligibility, and you have like the super team era being dead, which thank God, because with it that it kind of took the super max contracts.
Right.
Like when that new CBA came out, the super max thing was a big deal. Like I remember Russ got one in OKC, and like those super max contracts are just like franchise
Killer.
killers, dude. Like,
Fucking Harden. I don't know. You could turn it into shit. Like, look what happened. They OKC turned Westbrook into what they have now. Houston turned Harden
eh,
into what they have now.
OKC turned Paul George into what they have now. Russ, we low key traded Russ for scraps just to get his contract off the books.
I'm about to say y'all got CP3 out of that, which I don't know what y'all turned CP3 into.
Nothing really. The big one was the Paul George trade. Because out of the Paul George trade, we got Shea, Danilo Gallinari, who I think we waived or retraded or something almost immediately. But then the picks that we got like 2021 first round, 22 first round, 23. We have the Clippers
Yeah.
first rounder through like 2026. And then I think we have pick swaps in 27 and 28.
Yeah, we did the same thing with Harden. So y'all be like did similar hauls and franchise altering hauls
But yeah,
also.
like the reason like that we had to start officially dismantling that team was because Russ's supermax deal that he got after his MVP season was obviously a backloaded contract, and those salaries in those later years were just getting absurd. Like the NBA salary cap is like 101 million, I think. And Russ was on par
Yeah.
to make in the final year of his contract, Russ was going to make like $48 million. Russ was going to be almost half of the entire salary cap.
What's wild is like how owners have been getting away and GMs are getting away with being kind of slimy in those regards. NBA, the the salaries are all guaranteed, but kind of trickle back to NFL. It's not uncommon for contracts to be backloaded,
Hmm.
and they kind of do that to I feel like to make the players feel better, knowing that they're never gonna fucking see that entire contract.
Oh, I was gonna say what players did that, but it wasn't. I was thinking it was NFL, but it was Otani signed $700 million deal, but takes $2 million a year for the next 10 years, and then
No shit.
in like the 10th year of his contract, he gets a $690 million, $680 million like buyout basically.
Right, which is fucking wild
And so obviously I get it. Like it's super smart because like
for the
you're the
owner standpoint.
you're the
But you also got to be
Dodgers,
hoping the player has to fucking be happy about it.
and like they signed the Yamamoto dude out of Japan. And I expected them to do that, and that just confirmed what I assumed they were doing is with that super back ended contract with Otani and then getting Yamamoto as well. Like the Dodgers are just praying that they corner the Japanese market so much and that they grow their brand so exponentially over the next 10 years through the Japanese market that the money is there in 2034 to pay out the rest of
Right.
that contract. But
I I need
time is
Houston
a
to do some shit.
time is a funny thing, and I still think like how crazy it would be if like fast forward 10 years and now the Dodgers are contractually obligated to cut a $680 million check to Otani, and like the check bounces. Like they just don't got it.
That'd be great. I would I,
Or
I'd
like
love that.
I'm like, because think like, or maybe they do get like they do cut the check, but then like that next year, like I mean, like they just drained the bank account to cut this one check to this one player, and then in 2035 regular season, a hot dog and a beer at Dodger Stadium is $37.
Jesus. You know, they I hope Houston could take advantage of something like that. Like I wish they could. I love talking to Astros and Wiz isn't here because that dude will nerd out on the Astros and I'll
Yeah,
be
because
like, brother,
well,
it's not that
actually, they
serious.
have one of their AAA guys. He's playing for AAA league minimum, even though he was a first round draft pick in 2022, and we still haven't paid out his full $3 million signing bonus.
Yes,
Like,
and the reason
shut the
why
fuck up.
is because the roof has pancakes on it and the aliens
Yeah,
coming in are purple and just keep on just not making sense at all. Like, but anyways,
and
like back to
did you know that he's still not on the ESPN fantasy app?
oh fuck. Oh, and his first start, he was almost as good as Paul Skeens.
Yeah, like Wiz bitching about players. I mean, on ESPN fantasy app, brother, that player would have that brother that dude would have to buy a
Take your time.
ticket. Would have to buy a ticket just to get inside Minute Maid Park right now. Like the dude's not welcome on the premises. Like he's barely in the Astros organization at all.
No shit. Man, anyways, what I was trying to say was I wish they'd taken advantage of the Asian market, kind of like they've done with the Latin market, Hispanic market also. Really wish they'd dip in a little bit more of that, kind of like Houston did with Yao Ming, or the Rockets did with Yao Ming, and a tiny bit. They'd like dip their toe in the water with Insanity with Jeremy Lin.
Trying to tie something into the Texans, but I couldn't put something together.
Kaimi Fairbairn, he's Hawaiian. It's close enough.
I was gonna try to piece together a Stroud joke and say that y'all are tapping into like the special ed market.
I mean, are these cats fighting behind me? Oh no, they're being cute.
You do have a Mike Vick jersey on the wall.
No, look at them. They're just giving each other a bath.
I've seen enough cats that's about to turn into a brawl here in like 30 seconds.
I doubt it. They're like a couple. There was
Is this
he's
legal for us
he's
to be showing
he
this?
she's looking over here like, can I have some fucking privacy? Oh,
Oh, great. I gotta find out how to blur on uh Da Vinci now when I edit
right.
this.
Ever since she was a kitten, she's been like she's been glued to him. Like she imprinted on him on some Twilight shit.
I put a NSFW bar over it for the YouTube video.
Great thumbnail. Look, she getting into it. She letting him. Damn, girl. She,
Okay,
she, she
chill, brother.
he looking her ear.
You gonna get us demonetized.
This is so cute. I've never seen him do like this extensive and like this much of a bath with her.
Feel like some
Oh,
fucking Animal Planet shit.
frax. That's what happens whenever you have four cats.
That's that's
If
you
you're
running a damn
listening,
sanctuary.
yeah, no shit. If you're anybody in my apartment complex, you didn't hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
These are just our sisters.
Okay, but we've been we've been meaning to talk about NBA free agency this whole time. I hinted
Absolutely.
at Isaiah Hartenstein, 4 years, I think 87 million to the Thunder.
Right.
Re-signed Isaiah Joe, 4 years,
Who?
48 million. That was the one where like people were bitching about the Hartenstein contract. I'm like, dude, we're paying Isaiah Joe $12 million a year to be like the second guy off the bench.
I don't know who the fuck
Like
that is.
he's just like a corner
Hartenstein a
three
dog though.
specialist. Oh, I
Like
love
as much as
Hartenstein.
yeah, as much as I hate like I love giving you shit about the Thunder. I already really liked their moves like early in the offseason, and then they got
The
Caruso.
the Caruso move took a day or two to grow on me, but like as we kind of started to fill out the rest of the team around it,
Yeah.
like I like it more.
I've been slowly liking it. And then when they got Hartenstein, I'm like, God damn it, I want to have to really like this fucking team next year. Like
Yeah,
they're
buddy.
great. Like
We are
I don't
well rounded.
I like it. I fucks with it. And I really like I feel like maybe not next year, but give it that's like 3 years max, and I bet OKC's in the finals.
I mean, I think our window is like open. Like if we don't,
I'm saying
I'm
like
saying no,
within.
I'm saying if we don't get there within the next 2 to 3 seasons, I'm talking like on. I expect us to get there. No, I'm not saying I should get there. I expect us to like have a shot for sure this year, probably next year, and like if we don't get there the next 2 years, year three is like do or die. Like like
Right.
if we don't get to the finals within the next 2 seasons, that third season, that will be the season where I'm like saying like finals or bust. Finals or blow it up.
Yeah, because you don't want it to drag out for years and
Well,
years and
and
years because
that's
it hurts. It hurts. The longer it goes, the more it hurts because not only are you watching your team lose, but you're knowing each year that you're watching it happen is 1 year closer to this being gone and all for nothing,
well that
absolutely nothing.
and on top of that, uh the reason I say the window is now is because like all of our best players besides Shea, like within the next 2 years, are coming up for contract. Like
Right.
J Dub and Chet, I both believe are going into year three. We got Giddy off, so we don't have to pay Giddy, thank God. Uh, but like we just paid Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, so like in 2 years from now, we'll have to pay J Dub and Chet. Then the year after that, we'll have to pay Case and Wallace. And like we
Ooh.
like so that 3 year window you're talking about. The reason I would say like it kind of low key has to happen sooner than later is because like this team right now that we have assembled today, we
Hmm.
we realistically only have like 2 years. Because I will say this: when J Dub and Chet come up for contract, like we're not paying Isaiah Joe $12 million.
Nah.
It's like he's probably gone after 2 years. Aaron Wiggins, unless he evolves, like develops into something special, he's probably gone. I doubt Caruso is going to be a long term player. Like he's a guy that I
I
see
would see
us
it like 2 years max.
2 to 3 years from now. He's a guy that we're talking about at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
He's to be one of those guys like 2 years from now. Like we're like, okay, we got to start thinking about his future because we got a lot of contracts coming up. Like J Dub and Chet are going to get bags.
Right.
But anyways, other moves. Tobias Harris to Detroit. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a weird one in
I
my
mean,
opinion.
thank God
Tobias Harris of
Detroit's
Detroit.
finally trying to do something for Cade.
Is that something though?
I mean, Tobias Harris had a really good year this past year.
I know, but he's like he's like towards the end of his prime. He's not in his prime, I don't
Like I said,
believe.
it's something. It's more than they've done for Cade in the last 3 years.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Cade, they were the worst. They went on like a 27 game losing streak, and Cade averaged 28 points a game over that losing streak.
Making some good points.
That's the reason I say that is it's like people like it just gets completely lost in how bad the Pistons have been. That Cade Cunningham has actually been playing like really good ball. The rest of the team is just so historically ass.
And it's like they don't want to do anything
Right.
to fix it either.
Right.
They've been
Um,
perennially one of the worst fucking teams.
you talked about the Sixers are still trying to kind of low key piece together a super team.
And
Uh,
they just got fuck.
Paul George and Tyrese
Yeah.
Maxey.
I mean, that's gonna be fun to watch. I've always liked Embiid. Like
I
he's
just
my
feel
favorite
like
non-Rocket.
the Sixers to me feel like one of those teams that are like doomed.
They're not gonna win as long as Daryl Morey's there. Whenever the saying that's like if something's messed up, like or there's something's going wrong, don't immediately react. Like let it sit out. Like for example, a pattern is
Hmm.
something that consistently happens. So if it's just like one little blip, you don't want to change. You want to wait and see if it's going to be a pattern.
Right.
Throw that shit out the window with Daryl Morey because the second something don't work, he's like, ah, wait, shiny new toy over here. Let's try this instead. And there's no stability,
Yeah.
as you could see with James Harden already. He was lasted what a season or two there.
Dude, James Harden with the Philadelphia 76ers is
That
like
was great.
just like the fact that that's real, like that feels like some shit you did back in like 2K14, like my association or whatever they called it.
Right.
Like I remember like yeah, like back in like those old school 2K days on like the association mode, I had like Darren Collison running point guard for the Thunder. Like you do wild stuff. Like you get in that like they had like those they had like a weird like trade system where you could get in there and just like hammer out like potential trades. And I would be in there
Right.
like I mean on my Sam Presti shit grinding until I found like a gem of a trade, like a whiz level trade where I'm just like
Whiz
bending
level.
over the Chicago Bulls.
Um, I can't think of anything else I was gonna say on
Uh,
that.
who else? There was like there were some other big. I mean, okay, we got to talk about the obvious. It's not free agency, but Braun pulled some cards, and
Real quick, also, the Celtics won everything since we last recorded, I believe. So, real quick, drop that in there. Congrats.
yeah,
Another
Mickey
example of the
Mouse
super team,
ring.
super Mickey Mouse.
Not okay. Let me rephrase. Not Mickey Mouse ring. Mickey Mouse team. Mickey Mouse
Why?
championship team. I hate Jason Tatum, and I didn't used to.
So, okay, hold on. So,
That
you're
brother
saying that
is
just
horrible.
because you're just saying it for personal preference. That's
Yeah,
the
no, I'm saying
person.
like
Okay.
they're the Celtics like
Don't get me wrong.
winning.
I don't like Jason Tatum either, but
Yeah, no, I'm saying
that
like
was a good team.
yeah, and I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying that like them winning it like doesn't do anything for me. It's just like yawn, ho hum. I turn on like the
Mm.
coverage and I see uh Jason Tatum trying to go viral like he's a fucking TikTok influencer, and I just like immediately change the channel. Like, all right, I ain't watching this. Like, did you see like the TikTok clips of like them saying him? He was like quotations like farming like viral moments. Like he like literally copy pasted like every viral celebration into like the first like 3 hours of like after they won the finals. It was so cringy.
Right.
And that was like the moment where I immediately was like, yeah, all right, I'm out on this dude forever.
Yeah, I've never liked him, but that like this is another example that the super team era is over because this team was built almost strictly through the draft. I say almost strictly. I mean, Porzingis was through free agency, but like Tatum
Yeah, but
drafted.
he wasn't even like a main piece.
No,
Like Tatum drafted, Jalen Brown drafted.
Horford's been there
Uh
for years.
how did they acquire Derek White?
From the Spurs, I assume either through free
Okay.
agency or a trade, but that was like a season or two ago.
The only feeling, like the only emotion that I have in reaction to the Celtics winning this is it just breaks my heart that Marcus Smart couldn't be on that team.
No shit, I was just thinking about that. I can't even
Marcus
tell you what team he's
Smart,
on right now.
is he in the league?
Yeah, but
Okay.
he like I don't know what team he got traded to. Like that dude went through the ringer just to
That's what
watch
I'm
them get a
saying. Like
ring.
he like he built that team. Like he was like a foundational piece in building that team and then gets traded and they get the job. Like that's
That's
brutal.
I know. I feel so bad for him. Like if I would be on the edge right now, on the ledge, just
He
rather
got traded to the Grizzlies.
nosedive. Oh, win
Uh
this year or last.
what the hell?
I want to say it was last year.
It was this year. He no
I
last
hope it was this year, this season at least. Because if it was this season, he gets a ring still.
no, because he didn't log any stats with the Celtics this year.
Damn.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, brutal. Like builds this, helps build this team from the
Damn.
ground up. Was like a leader, like just a grinder. Gets dished to Memphis and then watches them go get the job done. Like, damn.
No shit. Speaking of Wiz, he's on his homework shit. He added Spencer Arrighetti.
I thought you said he's on his homework shit. I was
No,
like, what
Homer
kind of
shit.
homework is he doing?
Added Spencer Arrighetti in fantasy. I know you don't want to talk
Go
fantasy.
go in Hog Squad and tell him that you called dibs and he has to drop him.
Oh damn, that he dealt against the Rockies. 7 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts,
While
no
we're
earned runs, no walks.
talking basketball, WNBA fantasy is really pissing me off because I have the best team in the league, highest scoring team in the league, but I've lost. I lost last week, and I'm probably gonna lose to Christian this week because of scheduling. I had the number one pick overall pick in the draft, drafted Brianna Stewart on accident.
Would you
But
think that would be a good pick
no,
still?
it paid off. Like, I mean, she's ball, she's hooping. But like
Yeah.
last week, I think she played one game all last week.
Dang.
And then like this week, I went through the whole schedule because I'm playing Christian, and now like I'm behind Christian in the standings, and like my team is, I would say objectively better, but that's kind of biased because he has a better record. Blah blah blah, whatever. Like I have multiple girls on my team that play 4 games this week. Brianna Stewart
Right.
plays 2. Like my best player is just not like scheduled to have games. Like how does like what has happened?
Right. I don't
That's
know. I kind of regret not
crazy.
being in there, being in that league.
It's fun. It's way more fun than I expected. I I am saying that because my team is good. If I was 2-6, I would be furious. Like
Right.
I would never log back on ever.
Hey, while I have you here, I want to ask you something.
Okay.
What is the price for Bryce Terang?
He's available.
I asked you what the price is because I sent you a trade and you never even responded, opened it, or nothing a while back.
Yeah, I kind of took a hiatus from fantasy baseball. I would just go once they made the auto lineup thing, I would go in and like auto my lineup for like a week and a half and then like forget that app existed.
See, I don't like that because like there's some people that I'd rather have in based on matchup versus other people,
Yeah, I
and it
did
just
that.
goes
So I did that for a little bit and then I hit like the dog days of MLB where like every team is playing every day and like I like my entire roster of players would have games and I'm like I'm not fishing through like 22 dudes OPS to see who needs to play today and
right. I feel that.
like literally I'm looking at your team right now and every player on your team has a green S by their name. Like everyone's playing.
Yeah,
It's like damn, like I'm supposed to sift through all these stats and like which and I love how we set up the stats for our fantasy baseball, but like
same. This is my favorite year so far.
admittedly they're pretty like inside baseball stats. Like we're not doing like fucking batting average and like the most like ESPN stat that we have is home runs. Everything else is like you kind of got to know. Like we have runs created as a stat in our
I
fantasy
mean, you
baseball
say
league.
that stolen base is a common one. I would say home run,
Yeah, but I would
RBI, stolen
argue that
base.
like at least for me personally, I don't set my lineup in regards of stolen bases. But it's pretty obvious to look at my team, and I've all but 100% prioritized power over everything. Like
Yeah, no shit. Light tower power.
hell yeah. Uh,
Let's
yeah.
let's do
Anyway,
an on-air trade real quick. I feel like that'd be fun.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
I feel like that'd be
Uh,
a good little segment.
well, okay. First of all, I need to know who's available.
I mean, so what are you looking in return? Like, do you want an infielder? Do you want an infielder return? Are you looking to? Because no
The
matter what, I'm gonna add a pitcher on this, a pitcher and possibly even a starting pitcher and possibly even a relief pitcher too.
um, you know what I hate, and I mean, I'm
What?
a super hypocrite saying this, but I get
What?
so mad in fantasy when when I like have a player miss a game because he's on paternity list. That happened to me in football, and now like Danny Jansen, my backup catcher, is out today for paternity. Like he just had a kid apparently. I'm like once again, I took 6 weeks off work when I had my kids. So I'm a super hypocrite for saying this, but like, damn, play ball. Like I need you.
Right.
You're putting me in a bad spot here.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna list some pictures. So we'll start there. I'm gonna see who interests you out of these pictures. So I'm gonna go.
First of all, I can tell you right
Uh,
now, like, yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
no, no, no. What do you mean? No, no. Finish
I
what
was
you're
gonna say
saying.
like I'm not doing like Bryce Terang straight up for a pitcher.
No, no. I said I wanted to attack a pitcher
Okay,
and
okay, okay,
and possibly a relief pitcher as well onto a bat. Like it would be
okay,
a two
okay.
for one or possibly a 3 for 1. So the pitchers that are in question here are the starting pitcher that is Eovaldi, Tyler Anderson, uh, I'll go Framer Valdez, and then
Hasn't Framber
possibly
Valdez been
Blanco.
getting rocked?
He's been inconsistent. It's not that he's been getting rocked, because he like just had two quality starts in a row and then had a shit game against the Mets.
Yeah, but like
Which
he because
he's shitty against shit teams, because he went against Baltimore 7 innings, 1 earned run, 7 strikes or 7 strikeouts, but against the Mets played like shit. Giants, not that great, played like shit.
what about Blanco?
Angels, Blanco, I'm a little high on, mainly because Christian called him or tried saying I was a clown for trading him. But I mean, I could best believe that once I trade him to you, if I do, Wiz is
He's
going to
gonna
be
win
hitting
a
you up for
fuck.
him,
Oh, that's fine.
because Wiz has been wanting him for me.
I've all but fucking blocked Wiz on
Ooh.
fantasy. Like he's tried to hit me for a couple things, and I don't think I've done any. I don't think I've made any trades with anybody, honestly.
I could include, so Blanco would be a 2 for 1. It'd depend on the bat if you wanted Blanco. I don't know if I could possibly
Wait,
tack
who's
in.
two? Who's
It
the two in
depends.
the two for
Like,
one?
what do you? It depends on what you're looking on here.
No, I'm saying
We're
like
looking for
what I'm saying is like who's giving up two like
me.
okay, just
I'm
making
giving
sure.
up two.
I was like, I'm not two for wanting with
I'm
Terang
looking
and
I'm looking strictly for only terrain from you.
no, okay. All right. See what we got.
I would offer Stanton, but I know you don't want to have him on the bench on IL, so I'll take the L there. Um,
God dang, Gunnar Henderson breaking.
yeah, don't even
No, I
try to
wasn't.
ask.
I
Okay,
not. I'm just
there
go. I'm
was
literally going through like every individual player.
I hit up Bryson about a month ago, asking price on Pena because I wanted to be a homer for a minute, and he said, Gunner or Simeon. I'm like, man, kiss my ass. Ain't no fucking way. Gonna
That's a
tell me
maybe.
Gunner for Pena.
You have no batters on your bench. What like?
I
Oh wait,
don't. That's what
what the
I'm
hell?
top heavy as fuck on my bench.
That's crazy.
That's what's
And
wild
you
is I'm
also
so
have no position players. Like you have a starting lineup of or of infielders. I mean, and then like just not.
what do you mean?
Hold on. That'd be a hard two for one.
What?
Well, so the two that like jump off the page and intrigue me is obviously Vlad, but that's when I was like, that'd be a hard pitch.
Yeah, that'd be a
And
hard one. Because I've stuck with
Bellinger,
him being shit for
Bellinger's
so long.
numbers are good, but he's like, he's pretty cold right now. Looking at his stats, he's
Yeah,
like
he's cold right now,
ice
but I mean,
cold. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
don't mind.
his
I don't mind
numbers,
keeping him either. The main reason why I have him still is because I know when he's hot, he's fucking hot,
right?
and he's first base and outfield. Like I love my
Yeah,
people that can play two positions,
yeah.
as you could see.
Well, then that's why I have Terang. Terang fills lots of holes for me right now.
But are we wanting to do a possible terrain? And let's see. You want Sean Murphy? I'll give you Sean Murphy. Like we could do a 2-for-1 Sean Murphy and
No,
Bellinger.
catchers don't do nothing for
Well, you
me.
mentioned Danny Jansen, and he's mid, so I think he is. Let me look at your. For the people that don't want to be interested in this, just skip forward. It's fine. You'll be okay.
Um,
Um,
want to
second
see if I
base
have.
string. Ooh, you got Hoppy. Oh, he's actually been doing better than I thought he was when I clicked his name.
Okay, so now here is the deal.
Jansen. Yeah, Jansen's ass. The fuck?
Yeah, he went through a little hot streak, and I picked him up for like a week, and then he's sat on my bench ever since.
Max Muncy is a wild card. I can't believe that dude fell off after last year.
Uh, what was I gonna say? He started hot, and then he got hurt.
How about Cease?
Uh,
Dylan Cease is bitch ass.
brother, I
All right,
drafted
I'll
that
stop
dude
interrupting
high
you.
too.
I know you did. Let me see. Well, you drafted him fucking 69th. Hey,
So what's that?
nice.
Sixth round? Yeah, I drafted him in the sixth round. Uh, what was I gonna say? Oh, do you want to add depth, like position depth?
I mean, not necessarily. I'm
I
just
thought that
trying
was
to
the whole
upgrade the
point of this because
bats.
you said you have
No,
no
I'm
bench.
no, yeah, I said I'm out of a bench. I'm trying to upgrade the bats that I have. I mean, Bellinger, that sucked to lose him, but I mean, that's
I will do Terang and O'Hearn. I won't ask for Blanco because I am gonna ask for Vlad. Oh yeah, he's no for sure.
Rain. Let
Um,
me see O'Hearn. Where the fuck is O'Hearn? There it is.
how do you feel about off?
About what?
How attached to you? How attached are you to Jeff Hoffman, reliever? Reliever.
Is that who you want?
I'm interested in Terang and O'Hearn for Vlad and a pitcher. Right now, I'm got my eyes on Hoffman.
Hmm.
I would also hear a case for McGill, but either one of those I would do.
I'm more attached to McGill. So if you send me Hoffman and Vlad for Terang and O'Hearn, I'll say yeah.
Incoming. Where did it go there?
Look at us. This is fun.
Wow, what a pleasure.
This is so much more. For now on, we need to like do,
Video
or
call like
either
for all
video call
trades.
or all trades have to be like no text. It's all voice,
Yeah,
like
well,
over
because
the
I was
phone.
about to say, like, look how like easy that was. Like, and look how we got that deal done. Both parties come away happy.
Nobody was
And
pissed off, making fun of
like I
each
said,
other the whole time.
imagine like yeah, like imagine if like this had been trade negotiations with Wiz. Like, imagine if Wiz had Bryce Terang, what you would have had to gone through to even put an
Oh
offer together.
my God. I've asked for fucking Jared Duran. I've asked for some other people that I'm just like, dude, not even that important. Why are
The
you acting
response
like
would
they're
have
the
been
second coming of
the
Christ?
response would have been Gunnar Henderson, take it or leave it.
Not being dead serious. No, to
Yeah,
think that to get Tucker from this man at the beginning of the year was going to take Gunner and Stanton that I offered him. And he
that's
told me
crazy.
no. And then look, Tucker's been on IL, Gunner's been fucking raking, and Stanton's been raking until he got put on IL like last week. But pleasure doing business. That was fun.
Yes.
Um, oh yeah, we were recording a podcast. What were
So, uh, you want to go ahead and get into segments?
yeah, because I'm pretty sure we talked about enough NBA, talked about MLB, we squeezed in.
So I'm just gonna go. So we're gonna do the movie recast. Um, Hunter had the great idea to break into animated movies, probably inspired by
Exactly.
us doing top 20 cartoons last week. Uh,
Not really. I was just high and like And we got to find some good movies that everybody knows would be really funny, and I just feel like that'd be really good.
And Finding Nemo has a good cast. So I'm not gonna go through the whole played by this person, blah blah blah. This week we're doing Finding Nemo.
Right.
I am gonna pull up the Finding Nemo cast strictly so I can know the gender and race of all these characters. So
Damn, when did you say Jaden Smith? You said Jaden Smith last week, didn't you?
did I have it pulled up? Yes, I did. I had
Fuck, man, him as Nemo would have been funny.
okay. So who goes
Shit.
first?
I think I went first last week, did I not?
All right. So then that means I go first this week. So
Today I learned that Willem Dafoe was in here.
I have Nemo, who is played by Alexander Gould, who is a white man
Mm-hmm.
at the time was a white child. So I'm going to be replacing him in in our rendition of Finding Nemo. Nemo is going to be played by um dang, I can't think of the name. Hold on, give me a second. I have like the face and the voice. And I can't uh put it together.
You got this. Take your time, honey.
I
It's
can do
okay.
this. I can do this. Um ah okay. Um for
You
Nemo.
got this.
Yeah, no, I have the name. I'm just laughing at myself. Give me uh DC Young Fly. Famously on Vine, and you probably know him from MTV's Wild Now.
I don't know what I expected, but that was not it. Oh
That shit
shit.
would be
Okay.
so funny.
Who do I
I gotta
get? Do I
find my
get
dad,
Dory?
motherfucker.
Can I have Dory?
Yeah, you have Dory,
Okay, I do. That worked out.
played
So
by Ellen
Ellen
DeGeneres,
DeGeneres.
white
So
woman.
instead of, yeah, white woman, instead of her, I'm gonna go um I almost said something else that I would have really regretted. But woman, Ali Wong, Asian woman.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Um, dang it, I had who I wanted. So I was like, I thought of a name for Nemo, and I was like, it's kind of too old because like I forgot Nemo was like real young. Like, well, I'll do that for Marlon, the dad, and then like I'll
Albert Brooks looks like Marlon, like a Marlon character. Like I feel like he could play if there was a live action, he'd fit Marlon perfect.
I completely like you started laughing so hard at DC Young Fly that I just like completely let go of the name that I had in mind for Marlon. Um, damn, who was it? It'll come back to me. Um,
That's okay, honey. Take your time.
give me uh oh, I've got it. Who? I
Jesus.
gotta look up this guy's name. Hold on.
I don't know if you could beat DC Young Fly's Nemo. That shit fucking tickled me. I don't know if we're doing Mr. Ray, but if we are, I got one
So
lined up for him.
you have Dory for as Ali Wong. So for Marlon, going Tyrese Gibson.
I gotta look this guy up.
Fast and Furious, the black guy that's not ludicrous.
No, Tyrese. I like it.
All
I
right.
like it.
Um, who's Mr. Ray?
That's the
Oh, the
teacher. That,
teacher,
that
the
that's
teacher.
that's why I said I got the replacement. If the
Okay,
teacher, the
go
Manta
for it.
Ray,
I'm kind of just doing
Ke
this list as we go.
Keegan Michael Key.
Interesting.
I feel like his personality would come off great because especially I don't know. I was trying to bullshit and come up with an excuse to back that up. I don't know. I just feel like that'd be great to watch. Mainly from his Key and Peele skit too.
Trying to find the name because like it just has the names and like I'm having some trouble matching the names to the characters without seeing the actual characters, right?
Right.
Let me do another tab for that. So, anyways, my next one up is Crush, the the turtle, the stoner turtle.
I love that.
Um, played by yet again a white man.
Andrew Stanton.
Oh, this is the one that I was gonna do for Marlon, but it actually works for Crush too. For Crush, Dave Chappelle.
Oh man, that is good. Damn, that is good.
All right, you have Bruce.
Oh,
Do
Bruce.
you know who Bruce is?
I'm looking to see who plays Bruce. Hold on. Bruce. That he played Bruce.
Damn.
Okay, old white man played Bruce. Not what I expected. Um, for some reason, the first thing that's popped in my mind is Brucey from fucking I can't think of his name or the name of the movie. You know what
Longest
I'm talking
yard.
about though. Yeah. It was the first thing that popped in my mind. Damn, who would be good as Bruce? If we could do same race, Bill Hader would be good in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, I know who I would pick as Bruce. Oh, I have a good one.
This is a tough one. Imagine we pick the same person. I don't see it happening. Wait,
So the person I'm thinking of is also in the longest yard, but I don't know that you'll think of him.
no, I almost said Ice-T. Um,
I
I could.
haven't
I would
taken
be.
Ice-T seriously since SVU.
That's what I'm saying. That wouldn't be a good one. Damn. The other day I was thinking of actors off the top of my head, like with no pressure, and I was popping them out, popping
Right.
them. And here I am, like I'm not able to.
Well, and it's hard like when you also have to be like it has to be like a non-white male. Like
Right.
anytime you limit yourself, it gets harder to come like off the spot.
Give me Danny Glover.
Not bad. Mine I was gonna go with Joey Diaz.
That's a good one. That is such a good one.
Okay. So the next characters that we have left is like the whole fish tank crew. So like Peach, Bubbles.
Do you want to? I would say we could stop it at three piece if you wanted to.
Well, no, because I still want. So we got to hit Peach, Bubbles, Gil, Deb. That's one, two, three, four. Um,
Each.
I think. Hold on, one, two, three, four, five, and actually, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I've
you
got
got
it.
too
I've
much
got
shit going on.
no, I've got six. I've got six left. So is it my turn?
Yeah, god damn, six.
Yeah. You picked the movie. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, but we've done like a few actors each.
Okay, well, we got to do the mom, Coral.
Her name's Coral.
Apparently, I mean, she's only in the first two scenes of the movie. Um,
Elizabeth Perkins. Yeah, she's not that important to do. We gotta do
mm,
Squirt. Squirt's more
oh,
important
that
than
Squirt
Coral.
wasn't on my list. Anyways, uh, we'll do three more each. So Coral, I'm gonna do. Um, Yeah, I mean, this is like a very minor role, but like I do feel like that first couple scenes that she's in is meaningful, so I feel like we need to do it. I'm trying to think of like an actress who could like make a mark on the like just that small of a role.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
So,
lie. I'm gonna get lazy here if we start doing these little shitty rolls.
um,
Say shitty.
let me see. All right, I have to come up with a non-white woman for the mom, and for that, I'm gonna go with what is her name? Um, hold on, I know her name. I just gotta make sure this is right. No, that's not right.
It's okay, honey. Take your time.
Well, like I know the person, I just can't uh find her real name. Ah, I want to say Gloria Spencer, but that's not it. It's Octavia Spencer.
Tavia Spencer.
You'll know her when you see her.
Oh yeah, I see her.
Okay,
The
so
hell?
I'll let you have Squirt.
Um. Oh, fuck, squirt.
You had all this time.
I didn't know I was gonna have squirt. I was looking. I mean, I could take. Give me squirt next, and
Okay,
right here I'll take bloat, and I'll steal your Joey Diaz for bloat.
okay.
Shark bait. Wah. No.
I'll take Gil. I guess like looking back now, like it's obvious, but like I just never put the pieces together while I was watching Finding Nemo that that he was Willem Dafoe was the voice of Gil.
No shit.
Never put those pieces together. Dang. I almost wanted to like really split hairs and go like the ethnicity route. But he's technically Italian. But like I wanted to do Sebastian Maniscalco for Gil.
Wait, who
Uh
played Squirt? Hold on.
it's just like some kid. That's the other part about like the child actors is like how are you gonna pick like a you don't know like child actors off the top of your head. Like, because the child actors don't really become super famous until they get older.
Right, and if you do know child actors off the
Because, like,
top of your head, you need to go get checked out.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would be concerned if you knew like an age appropriate child actor to play Squirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is kind of hard. I'm trying to find one and I
Well,
can't.
you could just pick a woman because like when it comes to like voice acting, like women play a lot of like young male characters.
Hmm.
Anyways, I'm
That is
still on
very
Gil.
true. Yeah, you are.
Um, oh, Danny Trejo.
I like that.
I feel like that
I
fits.
like
I feel like that
that.
fits that character really well, actually. All right, so you're on Squirt.
Best USA Child Actors 2024 male. Um, what do you know? They're all white.
Okay, you do Squirt, I'll do Darla, and then we'll call it
Thank
done.
gosh.
I have my Darla if you want me to go ahead and say it.
Yeah, because all these kids that are quote unquote like popular child actors are not.
I'm second.
However, I have an idea.
Okay.
So instead, now Squirt is going to be Jay Farrow.
Who's Jay Fair? Like I know the name, but I don't like
If you
recognize.
see the face, you'll recognize it. He's like, first off, could do any impression ever, I swear. He's a comedian, Saturday Night Live.
Hold on, I'm looking him up.
You'll honestly, once you see the face, you'll recognize him.
Okay, I know him. I don't know like a ton of stuff that he's been in, but uh yeah, I know his face though. Um and then for Darla, I'm gonna go this is kind of taking a layup too. Um, actually, no, I'm gonna do a last minute audible, and
Okay.
I've got to look up this girl's name. If only Darian still listened, he would appreciate this. But I'm gonna
Who?
go with Antonia Gentry.
Antonia Gentry. Looking this
That
one up
is,
too.
if you've watched Ginny and Georgia, that is um,
Oh my
Ginny
god.
from Ginny and Georgia.
Yeah, I've never.
You never watched Ginny and Georgia? It's pretty good.
I recognize her face from the cover on
Thumbnail on
Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is our Finding Nemo. DC Young Fly as Nemo is something,
That set the bar high.
right?
You set the
Um,
bar high with that one. Finding DC.
uh, well, like, did you ever see his like viral TikTok from a while back where he was like talking, he's on Cam Newton's podcast, getting all deep, talking about how like getting successful, and then like everybody comes out of the woodwork for handouts and stuff, and he's like, nobody cares about how you're doing. He's like, you in the kitchen, and you still gotta cook, and like, did you ever see that clip?
I've been off TikTok for the last couple months while I'm trying to
Oh
like
man,
I have like over 100 videos
I've
to
been
catch up
sending,
on.
dude, I've been sending you videos like crazy.
Yes, I know. I'm about to get back. I'm now that I've got my mental health back under
Okay.
wraps and control. I'm gonna start getting back on there. But used to, I got to get on there and fucking stay on there for hours and spiral. So I had to
I
like
had to
stop using it.
I set a time limit on my phone. I ignore it half the time because you can just disable it when it comes up, but it
Right?
helps. It at least
Maybe I
helps
should
me
do
like
that.
when the thing comes up, it at least helps me like know like, okay, I've been on for an hour.
Yeah, you. So it doesn't do like an hour straight or just an hour like
No,
total.
hour total screen. Oh, you can set it to
Okay.
whatever you
Uh,
want. I have it set to an hour. And then like when the notification comes up, you can either just completely disable it or do like remind me again in 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't like it had to be an hour straight. I was trying to
No,
make sure it
no.
was a combined hour because it was an hour straight. I was like, I don't fucking need
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah. No. And that's the only one that I have a time limit on because I don't like that's the only one that will like suck me in and like I'll spend hours scrolling. Like
yeah, that's why
Instagram,
I had to cut it out.
I'll pop on and like check stories and then like check like two or three reels and see if there's any good like car crashes on reels and then get off.
Car crashes. My reels, I'll never understand Instagram's algorithm because if you go through my normal like timeline, my feed, you would think my reels algorithm is horny and disgusting. Like it's nothing but whores on the front page of my Instagram reels. But if you actually go to the reels tab, it's the most brain rot shit you'll ever see.
Well, see, so the problem that I have is I have a former coworker that is well, it's the guy from Atascocita. All he does is DM us in like our old group chat, just like IG fours.
Have you ever thought about not responding?
I don't respond.
Oh, does
But just
anybody
the fact,
respond?
no, no. I'll screen record the chat and scroll and just show you just the like message after message after message and like no one ever responds and he just keeps sending.
I can't wait. Somebody, you need to one day either add me and I'll do it because I don't give a fuck, or you do it one day. Just send a picture of a brick wall.
Oh, that one where you like the guy's like to the brick
Yeah,
wall. Yeah, I should
yeah,
do that. Um, but yeah, so him constantly messaging me that has like F my algorithm, or at one point did F my algorithm, where like if you go to like my explore page, you see exactly
yeah.
what you would
My
think you're gonna
explore
see.
page is
So
horny.
I did, and Jade like would really get on my ass about it. So I had to like put in like work. I would like had to like because I'll just get on TikTok or on Instagram and just scroll. So but like I had to like actively start like when I like would like watch a video, like or like if I saw something and like a thought came into my head, I would comment that just for the algorithm. So now like go to my Instagram explore page and it is why's my Instagram taking so long to load? It is uh Jim talk to a girl podcast clip, reel from Inside Out to golf, cooking, Moana 2 preview, gym, golf, soccer, gym, food, golf. I fixed my algorithm through time and effort.
See, like this my algorithm right here. Do you see like hold on, the
Yeah,
focus, let it
I can see
focus.
it. It's blurry, but I know exactly what I'm looking at.
Thirst.
Yeah.
Some brain rot, thirst. Those aren't like
You
what I
can
love is
manually
like
fix that.
yeah, I know I'm gonna
You just
have
have to
to.
start like actively engaging, like liking, commenting, following accounts to like fix and like do it on the explore page. Scroll on the explore page and like if it's like thirst meme, go to that meme and like it and comment on it.
Yeah, the reason why these cats are popping up because I'm sure you seen them me post them on my stories like some like for example one of them would be a truck hawking.
Oh, what?
Can you hear it or no?
Not really. I can feel like a
Oh,
little squeak.
uh, okay, there you go. I didn't know if it was gonna pick up because I wasn't talking or like that was one of them. Here's another one. Like whenever he opens his mouth, he honks like a little horn.
Oh,
Honk.
have you seen? I'll have to go back and find it on TikTok. The one of my
Hold on.
favorite TikToks ever. I think it's actually a Vine that I
I
found.
did not expect
Wait,
that.
what happened? Because I saw the
Hold
screen
on.
flash.
It just explodes. That's why I had to do a double take. I was like, what?
No, I'll send you one. It's a voiceover of like a little like husky puppy, and
Hmm.
the lady video and is like, "Come here, Timmy," or whatever. Sit, and the dog runs over and sits. She's like, "Speak," and he opens his mouth to bark, and the voiceover he's like, "Sit, speak," and the dog opens his mouth and goes.
Fuck.
Is it old Vine? But anyways, we have a draft, and then that'll be our episode. So
Yeah.
this week's draft, we did vegetables last episode. So this week, Wiz is gone, and me and Hunter are gonna do fruits.
Hmm.
Uh, who goes first?
I feel like did I go? I went first on the vegetables. I took asparagus 1-1.
That was a wild one, but
It was not a wild 1-1. Suck my
okay,
ass.
1-1 fruits, undisputed bananas.
I had that for breakfast this morning, actually.
Love bananas.
Um, me personally, I'm going oranges on number
Oranges are
two.
good. Oranges are good. Now, with oranges, do you automatically get clementines?
I feel like that's a pretty close game.
I mean, yeah, I would give it to you. Since
I feel like
Wiz
that's a
isn't here, I'll
pretty
allow it because you know
yeah. If
Wiz
Wiz
wouldn't.
was here, we could. Well, I mean, while also if Wiz were here, we could stretch it a little farther.
Well, and
But
if
I feel
Wiz
like
was
that
here, he'd
would
be saying, "Well, no, because technically it's not an orange; it's a tangerine."
true. But like Tangelo, orange, tangerine,
No,
like
I'll
yeah,
give it
fuck
to
it.
you.
Just give
I
me.
mean,
That'd be like fucking going apples and pick it. Like I know apples,
well, that's
apple,
like
and
in the
orange,
third round. Like I took bananas 1-1, and like so like if we say, okay, you can have
plantain.
oranges, but you can't have clementines, then like in the third round, you take a smaller banana.
Yeah, I'll just be like plantains. Give me plantains
I
or
was
some
what
other
for
shit.
my fifth round pick, I take a banana that's a little bit smaller than the one Gooch took in the first round. But anyways, second round, I'm taking watermelon.
You can take that. I'm not a huge
Oh,
watermelon fan.
I'm a
I
slut
love,
for
I
watermelon.
like the flavor. I love watermelon flavor. The artificial flavoring, love it. But it's just the texture of watermelon. I can't.
Oh, that's my
It's like
favorite
wet
part.
sand. Wet sand is your fucking favorite part.
Wet sand. What kind of
That's
watermelon
what
are
it
you?
tastes like.
Oh, brother, when you cut open a whole watermelon and like you get a good one and it's like dark red on the inside, that gets
Hmm.
me going.
Um, Give me grapes. It's my
Great.
second.
Grapes are a good one. I had grapes on my list.
That was my lunch today was a handful of
Oh,
grapes.
three, give me pineapple.
Mm, good, good, good. Um, oh, shit. I'm gonna see if I can save that one for the fourth. I don't know if it's gonna be there or not. Probably gonna bite myself in the ass on this. On this. What fruit? I cannot. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue. Like I'm picturing it in my fucking head, but I can't articulate it. Um, Frick, bro. Give me peaches.
Okay. See,
Peaches.
so I feel the way about peaches you feel about watermelon. I love everything peach flavored. Don't like peaches.
I'm assuming this gives me
Um,
nectarines too. I would say nectarines are pretty
yeah,
close
I
to
mean,
peach.
nectarines aren't high on my list either.
Okay, my
Okay,
fucking
I have my
hair.
fifth. So fourth, give me apples.
Okay, solid,
Love an
solid, solid.
apple.
Fourth is utility player. Don't usually eat it by itself, but hey, it's very versatile. It goes in a lot of shit. Give me limes.
Ooh, not
Love
bad.
limes.
And then fifth and final, give me pears.
I like the flavor. I don't eat it too much because of the texture. It's like a soggy apple.
Now, I'll say this. I'm not just like taking a fresh pear. I want like the pears you got as a kid that are drenched in that syrup. Those pears go hard.
um, what's another fruit?
You ever get like the fruit cups as a kid that had the pears and like the super sugary syrup, and then they would have like
Right,
one cherry?
right.
That
I
was
want
good.
to say strawberry, but those are so hit and miss nowadays. I can't find a good
I
sweet
don't like
strawberry.
strawberries.
So many
So
strawberries I get
strawberries are another
nowadays. I don't
thing
even
for me.
fucking.
It's like a texture thing.
I understand that.
They're like so
I
the
don't.
texture is like so rough.
I don't really want to go melon because I'm not a huge melon person.
Oh, I should
Mango
have taken
fruit tastes
cantaloupe.
weird to me. I've tried mango fruit. Not huge. Um, it's coconut a fruit.
Like the nut. But
Okay, fair
well,
enough.
we can see. We have the internet
We
at our
have Google. Yeah, we
disposal.
have the internet. Yeah, fuck you, by the way, earlier saying you
I
could have
just like to
Googled
find
that.
I just like to find reasons to send that video.
Like me sending the Joe Biden meme.
Yes, coconuts are a type of fruit.
Okay, with that being
They
said,
are
I'm gonna
in the
go.
family of peaches, mangoes, and cherries.
Okay, with that being said, number five, I'm gonna go tomatoes.
For real?
I forgot tomatoes are a fruit. I'm gonna go tomato. I fucking love a good homegrown tomato. Some
You
salsa.
seem like the type of person to like, do you eat tomatoes raw? Like, I feel like you would like slice a tomato and like salt and pepper and just eat it.
You nailed my
My
ass.
grandma does that shit.
Bro, I'll get some
Cottage
only
cheese.
only if you
Oh,
fuck no.
you don't like cottage
No.
cheese?
It's just I've never tried it. It's just it looks fucking weird. It
Oh,
looks like
it's
it tastes
so
rotten.
good. It took like I didn't get over. I used to feel the same way. Like the it looks nasty, but like when I was like probably 19 or 20, I finally like tried it, and it just tastes like cheese. Like it just tastes like a very creamy, milky cheese. I don't know. It's very good.
Okay.
I'll get the
But
like
no, like
the club
oh
crackers and just dip. I'll eat a whole sleeve of club crackers, dipping them in cottage cheese.
bro, I could fuck up like five whole tomatoes, just slicing them and putting salt and pepper on them. They gotta be fresh, like homegrown. I this like the store bought like Roma tomatoes, fucking disgusting. Or like the store bought tomatoes, they're not good. It's got to be like a homegrown one for me to do that.
Um,
Or I'll get something that whenever I have that craving and it's not in season for a homegrown one, is I'll go get some grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes and I'll cut them in half and then I'll either cut them in half and sprinkle salt and pepper, or if I'm lazy, I'll just throw them in a bowl, sprinkle a little bit of extra virgin olive
so
oil, and then put
I
salt and pepper.
don't love raw or like raw tomatoes. However, sun-dried tomatoes, anything like with like sun-dried tomatoes, love.
Love sun dried tomatoes. Those are good.
Next week we talk about cottage cheese. Next week, dairy draft, all dairy
No.
products. No,
Next week we're gonna do a vegetable draft.
we did vegetable draft. Talking about
No,
people.
no, I'm talking about fucking paraplegics
1-1. Stephen
and
Hawking.
fuck. You don't get the 1-1 again, motherfucker.
Okay. 1-2. Superman. Christopher
Fuck.
Reeves.
Give it a few more years, and my 2-1 is gonna be Michael Fox.
Damn. I was gonna say my 202. The Soul Surfer girl.
Okay.
She's not a
Okay.
paraplegic. She just got her arm bitten off. But
I'm sorry. See, that's how you know I didn't know the fucking movie because I was like, okay, whatever. I just went with it. My third round pick is gonna be the motherfucker from Fantastic Four. It's gonna be
who?
a fictional character.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think any of those actors are.
No, it's a fictional one. I can't think
Oh,
of his
what,
fucking name right
Professor X?
now. Professor X. Yeah, I cannot, bro. I'll draw it a blank. My
Okay.
brain is tired. I'm ready for this to. I'm glad this is over because I literally clocked out of work. Opened up my email. I was like, oh shit, no invite. Picked up my phone. Boom, invite. And I was like,
Oh
oh
yeah, because
shit,
like
we doing it that fast.
I had to zoom up and I just like forgot to send the invite. But yeah. So, anyways, um, that went longer than I expected.
It
But yeah,
did.
episode 138. Um, that's all. That's really all I have.
But that's it.
Um,
Thanks for listening.
if
Thanks
you're
for being a
listening to
part of our
this,
fantasy trade.
I'll give you a break this week. No need to like, no need to subscribe. Just DM Wiz and tell him to get his ass out of that apartment. But until then, see you next week.
Bye, mother.